Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Tony playing Isaac. You have no idea how much restraint it's taken for me to not just copy the Northern Lion intro word for word, because I've heard it so much growing up. But that would just feel too on the nose for what this series is, you feel me? Anyways, what's up with you guys? Hope you guys are doing alright. I currently am trying to record this in earnest. Not home. Like, I am not home right now. I am house sitting for someone. And my ass is just trying to make sure... Wow, a dime, that's really good. Make sure that I can at least get a recording out because, you know, it's funny that I started this series being like, hey, I want to, you know, make a video every day, you know, I thought it'd be so much fun. And now that I'm doing it... Here, you know what? Give me a second. Ow. Give me just a second, actually. I will continue the story in a... momentarily. Alright, sorry about that, y'all. I just had to make sure that my stuff was in order. I'll explain that in just a second, but pretty much what I was saying before is I am not home right now. I'm recording this from what is currently family member's house while I house sit for them. It's kind of crazy because just the fact that I had to bring over my entire old setup, mind you. I had to bring over my entire old setup because I had made, like I said, I made the commitment where I said I wanted to upload these videos daily, and damn it to hell, I'm not gonna stop now just because of a little, oh, my family's out of, you know, my family is currently out of the area, so I need to go house sit for them, aka a dog sit, because I got a little doggy with me here. That's not gonna stop me from doing these daily uploads. I was originally planning to not take my computer with me and instead just pre-record for like the week ahead, but I feel like I'd run out of talking material if I did that. So I'm gonna play it by ear, day by day, you know how it goes. And it should be good, considering the fact that, you know, I'm not home. You know, I might switch up the scenario a little bit. So, if you guys are wondering, hey Tony, you might hear an echo or something, or you know, maybe shit just doesn't sound. Sorry, maybe something just doesn't sound right. I forgot I had that mod installed. Maybe something doesn't sound right. Then I regret to inform you that it is because I am not home and I am trying my absolute best to work with what I've got. So, a quick little rundown of the scenario I was talking about. I brought over my old PC. I believe I might have mentioned it a little bit ago, but I got into the hobby of building PCs. I built a new one, roughly about a month now. When I built this new one, when I built the new one, I just left the old one kind of literally near my bedside because I had nowhere else to put it, and I didn't kind of want to like sell it to someone. I've been thinking, Tony, why don't you want to sell it to someone? You can make some pretty decent money off like a computer like that. Yeah, I could, but it's not that good of a build, you know? It's a Alienware that I bought off my friend slash roommate when I was living with him, because funnily enough, it was last summer. I don't know what happened, but my computer kind of like just got fried. I think the PCIe slot where my GPU went into my motherboard, I don't know if it was too much sag or maybe something happened, but pretty much my motherboard's PCIe slot did not work and my graphics card was killed. It did work, but you had to have it in like the perfect position. So if I wanted a new GPU to work in there, I would have to lay the PC down on its side and make sure the GPU was just sticking out vertically, because otherwise it wouldn't like sit in the slot right, and it would sag just enough to ruin it. and not work. So I bought this new PC off of him about a year ago. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it's amazing. It's a Alienware that I'm not. Wow, E. coli. That's so bad. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that it's amazing. It's an Alienware that I got off of him. It originally had bro jumped at me at max speed. It originally had something, I don't know what, like a 1080 or maybe something like that. I'm not entirely sure. All I know is that I bought it from him with a 2080 in the PC. Was not originally in there, and I know this because of the fact that the power supply was way too weak to support a 2080. Like, it worked, but I'm not sure if he had to like underclock it, or maybe it just, you know, or maybe it worked just well enough to where it can actually like post and play games. But 100% from what I know is that this thing cannot run like just continuously, brother. This PC cannot play like higher end games without suffering some sort of issues on it. And also, excuse me, I was trying not to die. And also, another issue with the PC is that it's like I can't upgrade it. You know, if I wanted to upgrade it, I need to get a better power supply. But the way these Alienwares are made, it's I don't know what the word exactly is. Where it's like I want to say bespoke, but that's definitely not the word. That's like for like a suit or something. But if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. The PC parts are made for this specific like computer. So I feel like I can't just upgrade it unless I like want to go to like some manufacturer website and like maybe order a replacement or something. But even then, I'm not sure how it's gonna work for future upgrades. But like if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. It's the parts in this PC, or at least the motherboard and the power supply, are like made for the PC itself. I can't just replace it with another one because of the way it was made. Regardless, I bought it off him. It's okay. Ended up upgrading not too long ago, and I didn't really want to sell it to anyone because, like I said, I don't think it's amazing. I wouldn't really want to sell this to a friend of mine because I don't think it's good. And at least right now, most of my friends have PCs that are better than this pile of junk. No offense to the PC, you know, I did use this thing for about a year. But, you know, just being truthful, it's not that good of a PC. Anyways, you know, that aside, this seemed like the perfect opportunity to bring a PC over because this was the one I used to stream / record on. So I already have the recording software, I have the editing software. I just need to take this whole thing with me to go house it. And you might be thinking, Tony, why don't you just take your current new PC? I'm gonna be real with you, I was lazy. This was unplugged, I just needed to grab the power cord and, you know, stuff it in my car, drive it here. Whereas my actual PC, I'd have to unhook it from everything and then bring it back. And also, the ease of use of this as well is the fact that I can just kind of plug and play stuff in, you know? I don't need to... The only thing I took from my original setup now is, I took my microphone. Because, well, this is the only microphone I got. I'm not gonna use a fucking headset mic. Because I don't think those sound good at all. And also, I just don't have a headset lying around. Although, luckily enough, you might be thinking, Tony, you take your headphones too? No, that was bad. Did not take my headphones. Were not necessary because I had, around the Black Friday time, bought myself a pair of some, what's the word? It was Moondrop Lands. If you don't know what that is, it's some IEMs, earbuds essentially, with the wires. I bought myself a pair of those. Sounded really nice, good audio quality. The only issue I kind of had with them, I think they were not really bassy enough. And also, when I first got it in, I might have accidentally selected like a smaller size earbud tip than my ears were like accustomed to. So when I put them in, I kind of like, you know, pushed them in too far into my ears, and I ended up having like tinnitus for the fucking, for like the following days because of the fact that I had earwax like impacted in my goddamn, you know, ear hole. Specifically right ear. It was so annoying. Oh my god, believe me, brother. That it hurts. Like hearing that constant ringing, it bugs you. Something about it just bugs you, man. I mean, who knows? Maybe some of y'all out there got tinnitus. You know what I'm talking about. You don't need me to explain it to you. But for those that don't, it's a bad experience. It's pretty annoying. Regardless of the fact, I just got some, you know, earwax cleaner. Ended up being fine later, and no more tinnitus. But that taught me a very valuable lesson to treat my ears well. Unless I want to end up having some problems later on down the line. But, you know, excusing that, I bought myself some other earphones because I was like, you know what? I kind of want to get some earphones that have a little more bass in them, so I can listen to music. And then I also got some earphones that I heard were, or some earbuds, IEMs, that I heard were good for gaming. And you might be thinking, oh, Tony, good for gaming? Really? You don't even really play games like that. Yeah, I know, but like, I like the sound, you know? It's my money, I can do what I want with it, no offense. But I like the sound of the earbuds, and honestly, it's a good choice because now I could take myself a pair of earphones that I don't even have to unplug because I end up now owning 3 pairs. The Moondrop Lands, some Moondrop Chews that I bought, and then I forgot what the other ones are called. They're blue. I'll probably mention it in a later episode if anyone cares. But regardless, they're all good. They're all great at earbuds, IEMs. And luckily, I had this unopened pair of Moondrop Chews to just kind of take with me. So the setup at home is perfectly fine. You know, I could literally go home right now. All I had to do was bring my microphone and I could start recording there. But, you know, I'm currently away from home at the moment. So I hope this setup isn't too much of a burden. You know, I tried my best to get my settings right. It's funny, my settings here, in my opinion, are way better than the settings on my other PC for, like, my audio quality and stuff like that, I believe. At least from what I noticed. I'm always having some weird issue with, like, me being too quiet on my new PC and the microphone. But on this PC, I feel like I'm perfectly fine. Yeah, I don't really know what it is either. On my new PC, I feel like I'm very quiet. I have my on my OBS, my own microphone is at max volume. Like it's I haven't lowered it any decibels. But funnily enough, on this setup here, this computer, this OBS, my microphone is sitting at negative 3.5 decibels. Because if you've never seen my stream before, I am pretty loud. I usually stream when no one's home, so I end up just being really loud, and believe me, I've heard it before. I've heard people mention the fact that, like, oh wow, Tony, you're pretty loud, I gotta turn you down. That I ended up just lowering myself because it just felt like a burden to people, you know, to just have my audio be loud. People find that annoying. At least that's how I see it. I see that people find it annoying, so I try my best to make the experience as, you know, as good for them as I can. In my opinion, the way I try to do my setup and stuff, I want to make the viewing experience as easy as possible for most people, because that's what I would want on my end. I would want my viewing experience. Let's go Angel Deals this time. I would want my viewing experience to be as easy as can be. You know, I don't want to deal with having to adjust my audio settings and stuff like that. That was bad damage. Because it's just, at the end of the day, it's just kind of annoying. So the less of a burden I can be on people, the better. That's how I see it. So yeah. That was also really bad damage. Switched my setup here for the meantime. I hope it's fine. Comments would be appreciated. If anyone would care to leave a comment, or if anyone, you know, has like my own Discord info or whatever, just, you know, shoot me a message, be like, yo, audio's fine. Or say you have a solution to my weird audio problem on my new PC and the fact that I'm too quiet there, that I'm actually too loud here that I have to turn myself down. That'd also be amazing. Just info in general. Any sort of feedback was good. But yeah, because of the fact that I'm house sitting, I also hope that I am not too echoey. Because believe me, I'm at my uncle's setup right now. Like he plays games too, you know, he has his own setup here. I had to move the PS5 to the side so I can fit my PC on this. But I never noticed it on his end, but I knew it would be a problem when I recorded because of the fact that I use like a microphone and not a headset, is that there would probably be a lot of echo. If I could show you right now like, how much space I have, believe me, you'd be like, holy hell, bro's cooked. So, wow, you can't get any better, huh? You know what? Let's fight the boss. Ooh, hold up. But yeah, you know, I'm just hoping the audio's fine. You might hear me refer to the pets for a bit. Because like I said, I am house sitting or dog sitting and cat sitting, I guess. I can see the cat right now. Hammy! Hammy! Yeah, he don't listen to me. He does sometimes. Hammy. Give me a sec. If I ever do, you know, I'll throw a picture of him up on the screen for y'all, so you can see him. He's a great cat. Honestly, realest cat I know. Like, I've known some cats in my time. My brother got a cat recently too. Actually, thinking about it. But yeah, you know, this cat right here. This is the chillest cat I know. I'll go ahead and cut this part down just because I know I did take a pretty long break in the video there. But I'll throw a picture of him up on screen or something if you guys want to see. He's pretty awesome. I won't say hi, Hammy, you know. But regardless of what I was talking about, I feel like I don't know what it is. I feel like I have like a new vocal stem every every video or something. I feel like a few videos ago it was, I don't even remember. I forgot. I made mention of it too. I remember. I was thinking about it. It was like something along the lines of "That's crazy." Wow, 2010. That's really good. Something along the lines of "That's crazy," or like you know, something similar to that. I'll remember later. But I feel like this video here, it's regardless, just something about these words, man. They just speak to me. The dictionary flows through my mouth. I know big words such as regardless and that's crazy. No need to tell me. I'm aware. I'm eloquent as hell. Oh, there he is. Hey, Hammy, what's up, man? I tried whistling to him earlier. I don't think cats like that. I don't think cats you whistle to dogs, not cats, you know. But what I was getting back to earlier, yeah, hope the audio's fine. As for any other topic, I don't know why. I saw it yesterday in a Library of Laterno video, but I was watching NL just vocal stim this one XQC Aiden Ross video that I dare not bring up for lack of brain rotting myself, but it's so funny, dude. It's like XQC and Aiden Ross discussing the Big Bang Theory. Like, do you believe in the Big Bang Theory or Pangea? But he mispronounces it, or maybe he just something. He calls it Pangria, kind of like sangria, the drink. And it's so funny, dude. Oh my god! If you guys can look it up, look up like XQC, Aiden Ross. I don't really like watching either of them for their content, truth be told. I prefer my content to just be like more chill, not as hyper, you know. I just don't really like, I don't really follow the things that they do too much. I kind of just stick to what I've grown up watching for the most part. Let's not take Purple Heart. I don't need any more champions to kill my runs that I already have enough of dead runs going around right now. But dude, I swear, you will not be disappointed watching that video. It's so funny. The Pangria vid cracks me up, bro. I was dying watching it, man. I could not contain my laughter. Something about just listening to them to discuss such a topic as the Big Bang Theory versus Pangea. If you believe in both, or which one do you believe in, is like the proposed question, even though like they and the XQC brings it up too. It's like they both exist. It's like the Big Bang Theory doesn't necessarily mean that Pangea doesn't exist. It's just overall an amazing watch, man. That's all I can say. It's all I can just recommend giving it a watch yourself and just chuckling or laughing your ass off, man. But I've had that stupid video stuck in my head because the one that specifically played is an edit that like has their voices slowed down to where it's like a Big Bang Theory or Pangria. Dude, I can't get that out of my head, man. There's something about it, bro. It's such a good brain rot phase. Oh my god. I don't have a key. I have to go exploring again. But just, man, if you can watch it, bro, highly recommend. Highly recommend. You know, it's just funny. God almighty, this. I apologize also if you guys somehow came to watch Isaac for the gameplay. Like, if you guys watch these videos to hear me talk, you know, solid, alright, put me on the background. If someone is somehow out here watching to like critique the gameplay, be like, oh Tony, you missed a tinted rock here or something like that, this can only be hell to watch because I have been doing god awful this run. All I could really do is just apologize. Wow, no secret room there. That's amazing. I am not going to be able to get into that item room. I feel like I've been doing so bad, man. I died in the first run, too. That's how bad it is. It's getting that bad, bro. But just, I don't know, man. I feel like I do better. Actually, weirdly enough, it depends on the game. Some games I do really good talking, some games I don't. I think I've mentioned this before, I don't even remember. Or it might have been something that I was like thinking in my head while I was like taking a shower one time or something. But I feel like certain games I do way better if I just turn my brain off. I remember me and my friends, we were doing the Call of Duty Zombies Easter egg for Citadel Day More. That's the new Zombies map for any real heads out there wondering. That new Black Ops 6 map, by the way, really good. But we were doing Citadel, and I don't know what it was just in me, but me and my friend, we were able to just do the Easter egg boss fight talking 100%, you know? And I really thought it was hilarious because while we were talking and just fighting the boss, another friend of ours who's in the same lobby as us, just like, how are you able to make such casual conversation with this going around? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, look up Citadel Day More, or Citadel DES, Des Mortis boss fight, Black Ops 6. You're gonna instantly know why the hell he was like, how are you making such casual conversation? That boss fight is, I think, genuinely next to the Cold War Outbreak boss fight, one of the hardest bosses in COD Zombies history. I'm gonna nerd out a bit on Call of Duty Zombies real quick. I love the series, grew up playing it. I could rant for hours upon hours about why I love it so much. But this is kind of just for the people in the know. And if you care to understand a bit more, then, you know, like, leave a comment or something. I'll probably explain it to you in the comment, or you can just look it up for yourself. I don't want to exclude people from this, but it's easier to talk about it this way. If you've done the Cold War Outbreak, specifically the first Easter egg in Outbreak, that boss fight, it is genuinely awful. And I don't mean awful in that, like, it's... because I think it's good. I think it's a really good boss fight. And the fact that it's really challenging. But if you've played it, then you can kind of understand the annoyance that comes from it. Because it is essentially a small arena that, as time goes on in the fight, gets even smaller. Small arena versus a huge boss. I'm talking, for reference for other COD Zombies heads, it's like a boss as big as the Keeper boss from Der Eisendrache. It's a huge boss that has an insanely large health pool. Oh my goodness. Huge boss, insanely large health pool, and there are like metric absolute loads. I'm over here trying not to curse as much. There's an absolutely massive amount of zombies on the way to kill you. And it's not like, I say zombies as a general statement, it's not just zombies. You have, because it's Outbreak, you have Panzers, you have like the Disciple dudes from, what's that one map? Mauer. You got everyone on your case. You got Mimics, dude. It's tough. It is genuinely like enemy fest upon a boss fight that slowly gets smaller. And to top it all off, it's timed. So you, not only do you have to like knock this boss out without dying, you gotta knock this boss out without dying. And chop, bro. You got 10 minutes. You got like, not even, how long is it? I want to say 10 minutes, but that doesn't even feel like enough. You got like 5 minutes on the clock. Best get stepping. And it is bad. Like, I mean, it is bad. It's a hard boss fight. We attempted it, I think, 2 times and failed before we even got it right. The Easter egg is pretty good too. Like, genuinely, I think it's a good Easter egg. People give Cold War a lot of flack for not having the crazy convoluted Easter eggs that they have in like Black Ops 3 and stuff, or like the maps aren't as good. But I think genuinely it's a great Easter egg. And it changed my mind on Outbreak. Originally, I used to think Outbreak was kind of just like a kind of bad side game mode that Treyarch didn't really care for. They kind of just, I guess, lost the plot when it came to Outbreak. But after doing the Easter egg, it really turned my opinion of it, because I think it is really good, and I truly mean really good. Because that, trust me, brother, Outbreak #1 Easter egg boss fight changes a man. I've done every boss fight in Zombies that comes to mind. I've missed one. I've missed Revelations. I haven't done the Revelations Easter egg, but I've done Zetsubo, DE, Gorod, Moon, you name it, except for Infinite Warfare. But every Treyarch Zombies Easter egg I've done. And brother, believe me, I think that Outbreak Easter egg's the toughest of them all. It's tough, but it's good. It's tough, but it's a good Easter egg. Trust me. If you own Cold War, if you like Call of Duty Zombies, put however you feel about Cold War aside, in my opinion. Because, I mean, I truly think it's a good game. Let's bomb these. We can maybe get some Spirit Hearts out of them. Although I feel like the spawn rate for Spirit Hearts from these is shrinking vastly. Look at that. I mean, it has shrunk vastly. Look at that, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 fires, 1 Spirit Heart. Come on, man. With 1 luck, too. What are the odds? But I think, however you feel about Cold War, if you view it negatively, you view it positively, whatever. Put your best efforts in to beat that Easter egg. Doing it is a challenge, but you feel accomplished, brother. Believe me, after the hell you go through trying to do it, you're gonna feel like you found the cure for cancer or something, bro. Believe me, it's tough. Also, can I rant about these enemies real quick? I think these are the worst enemies in the game. Any Mask of Infamy type enemy, I think, deserves to be culled from existence. Let's donate. We can maybe get you 200 here, if we're lucky. 200, solid. But yeah, dude, Mask of Infamy enemies, bad. But no, I'm being genuine. I'm being genuine when I say this about Cold War. It is great game. That didn't hit me. That didn't even hit me, brother. Okay, that one I could say, yeah, that hit me. That was stupid. What's this? Oh my god, world's worst Isaac player just dropped? World's most genius Isaac play just came out? To rival pop play for decades to come? You know, for the tier height advantage, I think this is worth it. Look at that. I hit bro without even having to face him, man. Please don't throw. Please don't throw again, Tony. I can't throw this, man. My run is... Honestly, my run's not even the greatest ever, but I just... Come on, man. It's not even crazy yet. We're over here just trying to make it to mom's heart. But yeah, hard Easter egg. Really fun. Genuinely fun. Honestly, I'll be real. I forgot what the point I started off was. I forgot where I started off. This ended up just turning into like Blazing Cold War and the boss fight. But I mean, I don't do it without good intentions, brother. Trust me. Play it. I'm gonna see if I can try to swing the combo back to wherever it was I was originally going. But in the meantime, you know, play Cold War in general. It's no Black Ops 3. Like, believe me, I know. I put my hundreds of hours into Black Ops 3. I did my time. It's definitely not a Black Ops 3, but it's damn good. I think people should give it a try. Oh, but Tony, it's Activision. Yeah, I know it's Activision. It's a Call of Duty game. People hate Call of Duty games for being the quote-unquote same game every year. But, I mean, you gotta hold on. Let's see this. Let's see this. So, Hookworm is a tiers and range up. So, I get all the benefits of Hookworm while getting none of the downsides because of Tractor Beam. This I like. But, you know, I know people out here complain, COD's the same game every year. Why would you buy it? Don't support it. It's such a bad company. And I mean, I get it. Believe me, I get it. This is my first time supporting Call of Duty in like forever. I played Cold War, heard about Vanguard, heard about Modern Warfare 3, played a little bit of Modern Warfare 2, but like, believe me, man, I know the downsides of COD. I've been there, I've seen it. I don't buy a COD game if I know I'm not gonna like it. Every COD game I've bought, I enjoyed. 100%. I think I could say that 100%. Every COD game that I have bought, I enjoyed because it was decent to a degree. Infinite Warfare has amazing zombies. What was that? Is that 2/3 spun? That could be good. Especially all the Treyarch ones. All the Treyarch ones are good. I truly don't think Treyarch has made a bad Call of Duty yet. Black Ops 4, people hate the multiplayer. People hate the zombies for some reason. Oh. Oh. Oh, don't get me started. I could go on and on about if you're a Tony fan, if you've seen my streams, then you know where I stand on this. I could go on for hours about Black Ops 4. If you want a quick Spark Notes for if you don't know who I am or you don't know much about Black Ops 4, here's a quick little Spark Notes version. Game came out, only had a Battle Royale game mode, multiplayer, and its side zombies game mode. The side zombies game mode was going to feature one map at launch that focused on continuing the story of the previous games, and then it was going to have a few more maps that focused entirely on a new story they were telling. People absolutely hated the fact that they were going to take a break from telling or finishing up that old story and instead continue working on this new one. And so people ended up strongly disliking the new game, even though it had a lot of soul put into it. And I say this truthfully 100%. If you have played Black Ops 4, you know each of those maps has soul. Each of the Chaos maps has soul. Turns out, when a whole community absolutely despises and hates on a whole third of the game mode, or a whole third of the game due to the fact that they decided to change the story up a little bit and focus on a side thing, it really looks bad in the eyes of the publishers. So the publisher was like, you know what, we're gonna just stop, like, just, you know what, you guys are getting pulled, you're moving on to work on Vanguard. And so, no, not even Vanguard, it was Cold War. You guys are getting pulled, you're going on to move on to Cold War. Go work on the zombies for them, and, you know, just make sure it's good. So, the story that was originally supposed to have, Black Ops 4, which was originally supposed to have 2 full seasons worth of content, allegedly, or something like that. This is where things get a little muddy in terms of, like, what actually happened and stuff like that. But there was supposedly going to be 2 whole seasons worth of content for Black Ops 4. It was going to have its Chaos story, I think, started and going through, and also end the Aether story, which was the original story going on. But because they got pulled, Activision was, you know, Treyarch was just like, all right, well, we got to wrap up the fucking story because we're not going to carry it over and we're planning to end it here. We just got to wrap this up. Ended up rushing out 2 pretty all right maps. I think, like, in composition of the maps, I think they're not bad. People hate on them too much, in my opinion. But in terms of story, absolutely rushed, kind of a mess, doesn't really make much sense. And it ended up, it's, you know, it's funny, it didn't make much sense in a game mode that already kind of didn't make much sense. So it was just, you know, you're putting hats on hats here. It was bad. And it ended up, in my opinion, giving a bad send-off. And not only a bad send-off, but just kind of not ruining the reputation of what was starting as a very good game. And there's some other things going on. You might be wondering, like, Tony, I know the whole story, what happened. You're kind of skipping some parts. Yeah, but I mean, I decided I was going to be a Spark Notes version. You know, you can't. I'm giving you info, and I tell you it's going to be short and sweet. Don't complain when I leave out a little bit, just to, you know, fit it all in the time frame here. Oh my goodness. Is that magic and mini mush in the same? People put hours upon hours upon hours into Isaac, hoping to see the day that happens. And holy shit, it just happened for me. Oh my god, I feel blessed. This run, I gotta win. But you know, that was pretty much the little Cliff Notes version of the thing. Really good game. started off foundationally in a really good game with a lot of love and care put into it, but the community got fed up with changing stories slash not really helped by the fact that if you know COD Zombies, then you know the Easter eggs are a bit complex. Easter eggs are pretty much just what we call the main quest of a zombies map. The main quest is pretty complex to like figure out slash do. So they kind of really upped the ante. They went all out in Black Ops 4, making it kind of pretty complex. And people originally used to eat that stuff up. Me, I like it. I think it's great. But people ended up not liking it, and things got a little out of hand in that it was too complicated in some of its aspects, while also... Maybe let's skip this one. I don't want my video to get cooked instantly. While also... Or like taken down because it dared allude to something bad happening to Isaac, little baby Isaac there. What was I saying? Anyways. I remember. So, you know, people got upset at the fact that the game got overly complex in its Easter eggs, but some people ate that up, but I guess maybe the community just had enough, especially after what was going on with Black Ops 3. Believe me, I would love to deep dive way more into the whole Black Ops zombie situations. It's something I'm hugely passionate about. I can go on it for hours, but maybe we'll save that for another episode. Unless I'll decide to make a separate video on it or something. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. That was a good episode. Longer than most, so I hope you guys will stick around. And if you did stick around, I just want to say thank you for stopping by. Greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good day and or a good night. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Be sure to like the video or something. I don't know. It helps me. Anyways, later, y'all.